Hi everyone, I forgot to make a intro, so I'll just do that right now. This is from the live last evening, and I sped it up a little in some spots and slowed it down in others, but I'm just like trying to figure out which way I want to do everything. So, I don't know, let's just jump into it.
Come on, let's go see from the inside. And Nancy's in there. She's watching me do the work. Hey, Jenny Lee. Remember when you called me down?
So that was just that he did get the window fixed and was like filming them and stuff. And then Annette seemed fine to me because that was the whole excuse that time, that Annette would just freak out and didn't want people there. She sat in there the whole time and seemed fine to me. So
Well, remember you liked these that I picked out. So I'm not that dumb. Wow, okay. That was done. Thank you. Great job, HFF community. You guys absolutely rock. You blew me away today. Thank you so much for everything. Hey, Megan Lee, how are you? Can you guys hear me by any chance? Loud and clear, he says. Daughtry, how's the tour going? Oh, thank you for doing that for Annette. Truly so happy for her. I am too. This has been you understand, it's been a process. You know what I mean? It's like there's steps. I mean, like bed bugs, rats, beds. You need to get beds and new furniture. We took a little side step when we started doing painting and stuff like that, but really we should have focused on the window right away. But the painting, I think we thought would clear out the bed bugs, which it did. I mean, in fact, the bed bug problem is essentially resolved. Joy doesn't even worry about that. That was one of the things she was worried about when she would leave before to New York, was that when she come back, because she would steam and clean and do all this stuff every morning on all the rooms, but they would just keep coming back. But this summer we got rid of them. I mean, we still see a couple straggle in here, like once every couple weeks we'll see one. But that's nothing, you guys. That's nothing. I would not freak out.
So I'm pretty sure that that's not how you get rid of bed bugs. I think they're there for a really long time. And the fact that he wants to keep saying that Joy got rid of them all in all, there's no way. I don't think that's how it works. And I think Joy said not too long ago that she's seen them and she's seen the rats and she's seen everything else. So I don't know why he wants us to think they're gone so bad. I guess because he did the GoFundMe, maybe.
How about that? Dental work is not cheap. It is not cheap. She got her teeth done. Kathy, she doesn't want to get them done. Annette, do you want to get implants, or do you want me to go pick up your dentures? Are you sure you don't want your dentures? You're positive. 100%. You tried them on, and you don't like them. You didn't like them. Okay, what about implants? That's where they put surgery in. It's not dentures. No, she said. She doesn't want them. We got her the dentures. They're $5,000. They're sitting down there at the dentist. He's pissed because it was Medicare, and he won't get paid unless she receives them. And they put them in, and she said, take them out. I don't want them. I hate them. She said she made some weird slurs about their. She made slurs. She said to the doctors, being like, you guys are trying to control what I say, you're trying to control my mouth. And she said, no more of that. Right, Annette? She don't want them. She don't want them. So you have to understand.
I understand that maybe she doesn't like them, and that's all fine and dandy. I know a couple of people with them that don't like them too, but there's different ways that you can get them done too. And I think that Annette agrees to things sometimes, and maybe it's not Rich saying, "Oh, you don't want them, you don't want them," but I think there are other ways to help her eat. But if she doesn't want them, I just don't know if I believe that they're explaining it to her fully, especially like what he said, that Annette thinks that they might be able to control her mouth with them in. Which, I mean, they could take the time to explain it to her, but it's up to them, really. But I don't think it's that big of a deal if she doesn't want them.
If she doesn't want something, I'm not going to make her do something. She doesn't. We have dentures for her. She didn't want them. She could get. We don't have the money for implants, but if she wanted implants, I would figure out a way to get the money for her. But she does not want those, and those are very expensive. So I'm not going to raise money for something that she doesn't want. Dude, we can't pick them up. They have to set them. They won't just hand them to me. Kathy, Listen, how old are you? This is 2024. They're not even hand me pay a pair of dentures and give the dentist $5,000. If they would do that, they would have just given it to the secretary. They got to put it in the person's mouth. It's got to be set, and they've got to sign and say, I like them. And she refused. They put them in her mouth, and she said, take them out. I hate them. So there's no way she was going to sign it. Okay, it's okay. Well, we get a lot of shit for stuff that it's like you kind of think that we're not like everything we're doing is we're doing it the most optimal way we possibly. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Lizzie Tish, how are you? Joy is feeling tired. Does anybody know? Do antibiotics make you tired? Does anybody know if that's the case? Yeah, they do. Okay, yeah. So she's really tired from the antibiotics, guys. Oh yeah, you got twitch, kick, and rumble. Yeah. Those are really nipping at the heels.
I wanted to talk about that. I feel like Joy and Rich are old enough to know that your body trying to heal itself would make you tired. And that's why, like, they want you to eat with the antibiotics. They want you to take rest. And Joy going to work this evening, I don't think you're even supposed to have sex on antibiotics. I could totally be wrong, but...
So there's a lot of competition for views out there. And there's only so many viewers. Absolutely. Yeah, really, I love the little project stuff. But this was a big one because, it's kind of, it's not one we could just go to Home Depot and do ourselves. We had to hire somebody, bring somebody into the house, which causes a disruption, which causes all sorts of things. So that's what we kind of were contending with. And that's what we had to deal with. Joy needs to eat yogurt with her meds. I know, I'd love to get her to eat some yogurt, but really, you guys know Joy. She is so adamantly carnivore only. And I wish she'd eat a little something else, but she just cannot. Yes, she must. Good food. So good to see you, Megan. I missed you. With your meds. Eat probiotics.
I think in eating disorders, it's really common for them to be like, I just can't eat it. There's no way I can eat something else. And like make up almost these medical reasons why they can't consume any other food. I think that's really common. And I think Joy is definitely under that spell with her eating problems. I think so.
At least 2 hours after the meds. So cool. So hey man, so for the next live stream or next video, what do you guys think? I got some stuff we do with Crystal, which is banana productions I can put together. We'll probably live stream a little later. We'll do a panel later tonight. But for the next thing, it's like there's a lot of people saying that they want me to rehash this thing with the fight between Gloria and Joy and prove that Gloria's nose wasn't abrased or hurt or anything like that. And I could do that, but I mean, it just kind of like, to me, it's like, I mean, you guys, and the reasoning the haters are saying to do is because I've shown stuff like that before. And I get that. I've shown stuff like that before, but that doesn't mean I showed it like once or twice before. But before that, I never showed that. I mean, it's like, out of like 8 years and over 5,000 videos and countless hours, there's probably like 30 seconds of what they're talking about in like 2 videos. So it's like, that's not really like really the emphasis of the channel. And I feel like if I would do that, like a lot of our supporters say no. The haters all want to see it. They're like, let me see this thing. And I wonder if I should show it, if I should just get involved with those guys and start like arguing like tit for tat. Because they email me, because they're blocked. But then I unblocked them, as you guys know. You see some people. Last night, LCW wrote 2 emails pleading, saying, I want to come on, and I want a panel, I want to talk, and I'm like, okay, great. If you want me back in the community, that's awesome, but I need you to do something. We can't be, because every time you come in here, you come up with some new tale. I have no idea, it's out of left field. You guys literally sit and just make stuff up in a vacuum. And so you got to stop doing that. And she said, well, look, I'm not trying to be part of the community. I just want to come on the panel.
I don't think that everyone's pushing to see this fight if he really did record it. I think everyone knows it's BS that just Gloria randomly beat up Joy. Like, we all know that's BS because Joy isn't the type of person to just take that, for one. And Gloria isn't the type of person to attack, for two. Like, everyone knows it's BS. And he just... I think he's almost hinting that he's going to show it to get more viewers. Because his views do suck right now, so...
And set this record straight. Like, dude, no one cares about the green tea. No one cares about anything, really. I mean, that's the whole point of the channel, is we're trying to get people to care. We're trying to jerk their chains. We say things that might shock them a little bit, but that's to wake them up, because otherwise they're just brain dead, man. They don't hear anything. They don't care about anything. I mean, I can't tell you how many times when we do streams, we do videos in the comments, it's like, nobody cares. That's literally their comment. As they're watching it, and they're saying nobody cares. I get it. You watch shit you don't care about. But the thing is, man, I come from a gen where I was taught we have to care. And if you don't care, somebody else is going to care for you, and you're not going to like what decisions they make for you. And so that's kind of... I'm learning a new word today.
He gives me such old man vibes with that, like, his generation cares about what they watch. And his generation watched the news 3 times a day. And, like, I don't think it was even changing way back when. So, not that it matters. Just my thought.
Hey, you teach us bad words. Arrow. Invite them, even though they don't want to show their face. I invite everybody to the panel. You can see that, especially the detractors and the haters, because well, hey, it's really easy to sit back there, take my shit, and work like 6 hours editing things to point your narrative. It's really hard to sit in front of me and look me in the eye and say,
time out. No one's spending 6 hours on anything that you put out, Rich. I don't believe it. There's no way it did. Most 1 or 2. There is no way somebody's taking 6 hours of your content
just shit you're saying about
and
me, because
making
you know it's not
something
true.
out of it.
You know the shit you pull up are twisted truths, just attempted to smear me and to make me look bad. That's what you're doing. To sit in front of me. I invite everybody to the panel. You can see that, especially the detractors and the haters, because well, hey, it's really easy to sit back there, take my shit, and work like 6 hours editing things to point your narrative. It's really hard to sit in front of me and look me in the eye and say the shit you're saying about me, because you know it's not true. You know the shit you pull up are twisted truths, just attempted to smear me and to make me look bad. That's what you're doing. And you want me?
No, that's not what anybody's doing. And if we went on panel, we've seen you go on panel with people, and all you do is scream, yell, argue, call them names, call them liars, and everything. So no, I don't think going on a panel with you for anyone is a good idea, because that's what they want. That's what people want to see. You screaming, yelling, everything else. So it's only to help your channel is why you want to do these panels, which go ahead, try whatever you have to.
Play that, so I don't want to play that. Anyways, you get my point. And you know how great you are. Screw all that. I know, and that's great philosophy. And you know what? And the thing is that that's what Joyce pointed out. She's like, yeah, we could have made, no, she's like, we couldn't have done it just because we are, but let's just say we were different people, and we could be fake, and we could dance around with the Amandas and the Tiffany's and everybody, and just do this little dance of like, oh yeah, you're sober, sure, and do that little shit. But the thing is, what happens is that like we have all these views, but you would not know who we were, and we would not engage with you, and you would just have a projection of us, and that's typically what media is like you see someone for a short period and you project yourself. You rarely see the type of stuff I've shown you. You've never seen the depth I've shown you. You've not seen 10 years of video that these guys have to find all over. I'm very rare that way, and that was all by design. I mean, you know, good or bad, it's getting attention. It's interesting. It's getting people doing things. They're creating hate channels about me using my old footage. I mean, look, I've got some ideas. I mean, I almost kind of wish I was a hater, because I come up, I'm not kidding. I came up and was like, man, this would be a great matchup if I could just get that one video. But I don't feel like going and finding that rant I did, because I just don't feel like doing it. But man, if I was a hater, one of the haters would just do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you I have an idea that would totally make fun of me. And I'm gonna give it to Dark Uncle, Ida Christie, Ava. You guys check it out if you guys want to do some editing. You do a mashup, man. It's funny. I'll put the idea out there. Yeah, Midge is back. Midge is hilarious because Midge has been, just so you know, Midge. Okay, LCW said I'll block some of these haters in whatever, so I did. That was yesterday. And just so you know. Okay, in reality, I love your ideas. Can you? Okay, just if you don't have to email me, but just mention them every so often, because I'm always looking for new content, and I could do the thing where basically we prove Melinda Sue, LCW, He-Man, and a few others as liars and people that call the cops. Like that's what they want me to do. Show this fight. Show that there's no nose abrasion. I've already done that, by the way, in a live stream. But they want me to make a video about it, and that really, like, for a minute there, like I had it, and it's just like it stopped my production because I was like, man, I just don't like that shit. I want a more positive vibe. Even though it was Gloria like attacking Joy, it was just like you know what, dude, I mean, it was just kind of like it was silly. It was silly is what it was. That's what you're doing, and you want me to play that, so I don't want to play that. Anyways, you get my point. Pull up our yeah, Midge is back. Midge is hilarious because Midge has been, just so you know, Midge. Okay, LCW said I'll block some of these haters in whatever, so I did. That was yesterday, and just so you know. Okay, in reality, I love your ideas. Can you? Okay, just if you don't have to email me, but just mention them every so often, because I'm always looking for new content, and I could do the thing where basically we prove Melinda Sue, LCW, He-Man, and a few others as liars and people that call the cops. Like that's what they want me to do. Show this fight. Show that there's no nose abrasion. I've already done that, by the way, in a live stream, but they want me to make a video about it, and that really, like, for a minute there, like I had it, and it's just like it stopped my production because I was like, man, I just don't like that shit. I want a more positive vibe. Even though it was Gloria like attacking Joy, it was just like you know what, dude, I mean, it was just kind of like it was silly. It was silly is what it was. I mean.
So you're going to prove that everyone that dislikes you is a liar. But you can't do that. That's why you're so mad. That's why you want me on panel. That's why you want my channel down. Because I'm not lying. I'm just showing people the stuff you take out. The stuff you put behind paywalls. All that stuff. That's why you're pissed off. That's why you want me on panel. Because I'm not a liar.
Yes, I sure will. It's gonna the live stream, of course, will go to the members, but I literally just clipped it so that it will be in the video on demand. I don't know if you know how this thing. I'm learning how this shit works, dude. I mean, I've learned so much in the last 6 months, Paula. I can't tell you. I mean, I've learned about like not just social stuff, not just like how people. I mean, I had no idea how vicious people could be, but I also had no idea how nice people could be. I didn't know people would send us money. I mean, to help us to help the family. I didn't know that. And so when you guys started doing that, then that's when we said, oh well, then we do this until we get the views, we get our 100,000 subscribers, and then we make all the buku bucks like Jack Doherty or Mr. Beast, right? No, that's not what happens. You make about the same amount of money, and well, no, you make a little more money, but it's like man, to be making the kind of money like we see these guys like oh yeah, I'm a streamer and I just I streamed myself buying a Lamborghini, and the views paid for the Lamborghini. You know what I mean? It's like those days I don't think exist anymore.
I think he's got stuff a little skewed with that one. I think what he was trying to do was push his sister out there and say donate, donate, donate. And it didn't work for him. And he didn't have the views to back it up. And now that he's not getting those donations, let's call it, he isn't making anything. And now he's mad that he can't get his views to where they were. I think it's all BS. And it was... He definitely bought something. I don't know how he did it exactly, but he bought his sub somehow. And I bet it's not going to get better.
What do you guys think? Paula, how is it going without the mods? I mean, I know mods make people feel more safer and there are people in there, but then we have to deal with the personalities of the mods along with our personalities, along with your personality. So in other words, like you and I could be getting along, but then you get in a fight with one of our mods. I mean, I remember Jenny Lee was like, she was a mod, she had so many insecurities that she was constantly getting fights with other women in the room. I'm like, Jenny, why are you fighting with, why are you even interacting with these people? You're a mod. I mean, why are you engaged? Like that's for them. You're supposed to sit back and make sure no one says anything nasty.
I think he used the mods to, especially when he had that older guy on there, Mark Weiner. He was using Mark Weiner as a point to deflect when people would get mad, because it was Rich pushing the mods and saying mean things to them, being like, make sure you push the Cash App, make sure you, things like that. What was that other one he used to get mad about? Oh, when people would accidentally delete comments that he didn't want deleted, or block someone who said they were going to give money. He was yelling at those mods really bad. I wish somebody would come out and talk about that more. That'd be interesting.
You're glad they're gone. Okay, cool. So I'm on your side then. Okay, because I often think that maybe it's nice to have a mind after keep the room clean or just if there's someone really nasty. But really, I think we're all adults. I think we can handle someone saying something mean or nasty. If they clog the room up, with nasty stuff, they spam because that's a lot of times what the haters do. They like lies, scammer, lies. It's like repeatedly that I can't see anybody else's comments, so I have to get rid of those people.
That's BS. There are other lives, and I'm sure everybody's seen them, where the chat's going way faster, and you can still catch things here and there. He's trying to say that all of the negativity in the chat makes it so he can't see the positivity. There is no positivity. Where? That's dumb.
Hey, Ghostman. Some people on the internet are crushing it, and they have far less viewers than you, and they're making it over 3,000 and 4,000 a month. They only have 30 or 40. I know, right? I know. Exactly. We just kind of like chat and talk shit. But that's the sort of thing that maybe dilutes our views. You know what I mean? In other words, like if we put out less videos, like the masses might be more apt to jump on that video because there's only like one of them. You know, I mean, like, okay, what is this thing? As opposed to us being like 4 or 5 videos a day, it's kind of like streaming, and then all of a sudden, like, okay, a little blip with the net that popped up. But if I just had that net video out there, maybe you're right. Maybe that would be better engagement. And I mean, I'm not an expert. That's why I'm asking you guys. And some of you guys are experts.
So he's saying in that one he was talking about why he's doing less lives and pushing more videos. He's trying to get his views up, and nobody wants to see that, Rich, because you're not showing anything interesting. And then he's asking his viewers to help him. I just feel like that's in its own way some type of begging or grift or something, but what do I know?
And like, okay, a little blip with the net that popped up, but if I just had that net video out there, maybe you're right. Maybe that would be better engagement. And I mean, I'm not an expert. That's why I'm asking you guys, and some of you guys are experts. So that's why I'm asking. I mean, tell me to take class. This is my class. So that just won't happen for me. I'm sorry, I laugh at myself sometimes. Like, man, how am I going to teach myself anything if I refuse to take a class? I thought you were still trying to grow your channel. Are you happy with it? I'm very happy with the little community. I want us to make more money. I don't want you to donate money. I want the channel to make more money. Like I never thank you for the donations. It got us to where we're at now. I mean, we would never survive the summer without you guys. So that was totally helpful. I mean, you guys know. I mean, we didn't have any extra money to do a window to do it. We didn't have money for weed for a while. So it was a little bit of a hard summer, but now we're kind of in a situation.
That's BS. You had enough money to fix that window multiple times. You just didn't want to spend the money on the window or anything else to fix in that house. You know that's a fib.
Shannon. Goodbye here. Yeah, I sure am. Oh, I'm really happy to fix the window. Got it done. Jeez. So close. It's just one of those things where you kind of hang it. That's one of those $2 fixes that Sharon talks about. Well, except it was.
Did you hear that? He goes, it's one of those $2 fixes Cher talks about. Cher who? Which Cher? What are you talking about? Why does he always... Sometimes I think he accidentally calls Joy Cher too. And I don't think Joy talks to her stepmom Cher that much. I'm going to play it again because that threw me for a loop.
Oh, got it done. Jeez. So close. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you kind of hang it. That's one of those $2 fixes that Cher talks about. Well, except it was a $500 fix. It took less than an hour. Okay. You know what we're doing. I am not. That Calabasi sent me back last night. I ate a lot yesterday. But no, I think you guys are right. What we'll do is we'll do the panels. You know, because look, okay, I think we can establish that we are interesting enough to have controversy about, right? Like, and I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just saying, like, okay. And the reason why I never went before, because I was like, dude, why would you want to interview? I'm not like Joe Rogan. I'm not somebody who's put on Joe Rogan. I mean, what am I going to talk about? Like, yeah, you know. But I see what you guys are saying. So now that you guys mentioned that, I'm kind of feeling like, well, maybe we should do a little of that. Harry, your photo is in. Oh, I cannot see Harry's photo, unfortunately. Who's Harry? You're awesome, man.
I was having a hard time breathing, so that's what was making me tired. Is it was hard to get like airway sometimes, and that makes it difficult. So I was just like, everything was just like feeling really difficult. So in a way, I'm already feeling better, but I'm tired from these stupid antibiotic things. But those are really strong. But I am feeling better. I'm not coughing nearly as much, and when I cough, it sounds better. But you can hear my voice is still like really worse. Because I really, why I went yesterday too is it really was starting to get really bad. I just felt really sick. I was like, all right, and then last night I felt really sick. I was about to go back to the doctor. I was like, but then I didn't know if I was better. So I think the medicine just really hits you hard. It tasted so bad when I first did it, because you know how sometimes when you get like the pill on your tongue when you don't want it. Oh, I got such a taste of it. It was the most rancid tasting pill ever. Like, I've been very careful the next one, like, don't get it near my tongue. You like, try to get the water down before. It's such a small little pill. I started getting there without, they taste horrific. I was like, oh my god. It was awful. I was in the car when I took it, because, you know, Richard picked me up, and I was like, oh, I'll take one of these pills, you know. And then, it was like, the whole way home, I was like, that is worse. Like, we can get out of my mouth, like, the water in the pill. It was horrible. Because we don't like drinking anything with sugar. Probably some sugar would have helped. Like in like some like gum or like a mint. We don't do things like that. So I was like, oh, that's awful. I'm awful. What do I do? So he came home and made some burgers. I was like, get the taste on it. But I am feeling better. I appreciate it, buddy. And we wanted to make sure I got this out before I went to New York, because it's kind of just been this persistent thing that's really been making me very tired regularly, because I just, I don't know, I guess it was just keeping my immune system on.
Because you're sick. Your body's trying to heal, Joy. You're not eating with it too, so it's getting in your stomach and just attacking things. I just hope it's not anything more. The sickness, whatever she's sick with, her, I forgot what it's called. I forgot, it's something rhinitis or something. But I just hope it's nothing more than that, because I think she should take a lot more rest, be eating way more. But she's going to work tonight, or that night, this evening. She needs rest and to eat and to get better.
So now the antibiotics will get me back on track, you know, where I'll be healthy again. And right before I go to New York, it's good. And Casper is going to. Oh, I asked her about Casper too. Oh yeah, actually I asked her a couple things. I'll take it. It's the coolest doctor. She's not my doctor, but I've seen her twice now in the ER at the VA. But I actually have a female doctor who's my doctor. She called me today. My doctor called me today. I don't know why. I missed the call. I tried to call back. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, you get like a direct line. I thought it was my lungs. She said, no, your lungs are fine. Oh, yeah, something about that. She said, your lungs are fine. It's all in your throat. I was like, oh, and that's why you kind of have a sore throat. She said, you have a sore throat, and her voice said, yeah. She said, yeah, it's all in your throat. You should have all of this fluid in your throat. And guess what? I asked her, oh, she said, do you smoke tobacco? I said, no, I smoke weed. She said, oh, that's not a problem at all. That's what the doctor said. She said, oh, that's not a problem at all. I'm only worried if you vape or smoke tobacco. She said, so you see, weed's not a problem with this thing? She said, not at all. I can smoke weed? She said, yeah, no problem. She said, tobacco and the vaping. That would be bad for you, but not the weed. So there you go, straight from my doctor, the VA. Which the VA does not encourage the use of weed. I actually have gotten notices. That curve one. It's huge. Does everybody see this curve on there? Much better. So, I was like, the window's fixed. It literally looks like it's not fixed. Like, it looks like there's nothing there, because it's a brand new window, so it's like completely clear. It won't be that way long, I'm sure, on here. Especially with the net smoking, it'll be yellow in a minute. But, and it looks like there's nothing there. We gotta get her blind, because it looks weird. It's like, wait, there's a window there. But that's so nice to have that door gone, because it was really loud too. I don't know if you guys knew this, when the wind would come, which is often in Vegas. So if you're wondering what the tape situation was about, that was me, because one night it got really windy. So at first we just had the door and that bookshelf, or whatever that is, cabinet covering. That's not strong enough to hold it when it gets windy. That it actually knocked over her entire little dresser there. And it fell on her one time, and not like, it doesn't actually hit her, but like she was seemingly went to go fall, and she jumped up, you know, it didn't hit her, but it almost did scare her. So I came in, and I used all the tape we had in the house that night. And it was also really cold, because it kept bringing the air in, so that kind of sealed it. That was my duct tape insulation there. But it also kept it from falling. So it was really scary one night for her. But that's so nice to have that door gone, because it was really loud too. I don't know if you guys knew this, when the wind would come, which is often in Vegas. So if you're wondering what the tape situation was about, that was me, because one night it got really windy. So at first we just had the door and that bookshelf, or whatever that is, cabinet covering. that's not strong enough to hold it when it gets windy. That it actually knocked over her entire little dresser there. And it fell on her one time, and not like it doesn't actually hit her, but like she was sleeping and went to go fall, and she jumped up. It didn't hit her, but it almost did scare her. So I came in and I used all the tape we had in the house that night. And it was also really cold because it kept bringing the air in, so that kind of sealed it. That was my duct tape insulation there. But it also kept it.
Okay, yes. This comment I found really funny. Like, what is he trying to prove with this? What is he putting out there? Was there a new person in chat? He wanted this to be that? And when did she go to China and Ecuador? When she was a missionary? Like, what is he trying to prove with that? That was the weirdest thing.
Falling. So it was really scary one night for her. It used to fall all the time before we lived here. It was always falling on her, but I remember the night I thought I had set it up so it would never fall on her again. And then it fell, and Richard and Gloria, of course, passed on, not even paying attention. And they were like slept the whole thing where I was like, I was helping her try to hold it up. We were taping it and stuff because it was like the wind was insane. Like I was trying to do it during the middle of the storm. It was like blowing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I ran out of tape, but it held it so because it was like a really, really stormy night, like insanely stormy night. And so whenever it gets stormy, it's really loud for her because it rattles. And then it still gets pretty chilly. So I'm so happy because I don't have to deal with that anymore. And it only was $400, which the reason why we weren't doing it for so long, we thought it was going to be a bigger deal. The amount of money that's not cheap, but we could have afforded the $400 before now, but we thought it was going to be.
It was bothering Annette that much, and like Annette's sleep is really important to her disorder, and her getting enough sleep helps her brain heal is the way they kind of said it, or it just helps her. Sleep helps everybody. And if that was waking Annette up all the time, like, why wouldn't you guys have fixed that long ago? You were getting like $500 donations at one point. I don't see why they never fixed that earlier. And
bigger process for the people to come out. We thought like they were going to have to come in her room and disturb her more, but I think they just did it all from outside, which I guess that makes sense. I was thinking they'd have to come inside, but I guess not. So it's just amazing. I'm so happy. It happened while I was sleeping. I really didn't feel good. I took those antibiotics and things. So I don't understand steroids and antibiotics. I don't understand much about that. Like to me, steroids sounds like a bad thing, but I guess you need them sometimes. When I hear steroids, I think it sounds bad, but that's what they are. I guess it's like a steroid antibiotic. But I many years ago dated this guy.
it just goes on and on over nothing.
We're gonna do lunch now.
Okay.
Lunchtime. You want me to cook, or are you? Are you able to?
Well, you know what? Actually, I was going to, but you might want to. You haven't done it well, huh?
I'd rather have you cook.
Okay, then I'll do it.
Because you do it. You do
I'll
it really
yeah.
good.
I'll do it, yeah.
No.
I thought that was funny. Joy obviously isn't feeling good and everything, and she's like, maybe you can cook. And he's like, no, you do it great. You can tell how that relationship goes from that one, I thought.
We're gonna do lunch now. Lunchtime. You want me to cook, or are you? Are you able to?
Well, you know what? Actually, I was going to, but you might want to. You haven't done it well, huh?
I'd rather have you cook.
Okay, then I'll do it.
Because you do it. You do
I'll
it really
yeah.
good.
I'll do it, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you always mess it up.
No, I don't always mess it up.
Richard is a really good cook, but he.
But when I only have like a couple meals a day.
Something about, he doesn't do it like he always
Not
undercooks
consistent.
his because he always thinks he's gonna overcook it, but then he always undercooks it, and undercooked can
Yeah.
be really icky. If like you think you want rare until you have it raw, and you're like, I don't really want raw. You know, it's like I've been there, like I can do it. But listen, that's when I was here on my medicine. Put this away. I hate taking medicine, but it's helping, so that's good. I do know you need medicine sometimes, but like I said, it's really, if you can help it, try not to have to take medicine daily, because there's always a side effect to it. Like, you know, Annette, we wish she didn't have to take medicine, but she has to. So I understand some people have to. But if you don't have to, like when people are voluntarily choosing to go on Ozempic, that's going to be a lifelong commitment on this. That's what I'm saying, if you come off, you gain like all the way down, some back, and stuff, it's like, some people are like, now once they're on it, they have to stay on it. That's just like, you don't want to like, have to be doing a drug that's, one, it's super expensive, but like, if you come off it, like, Mr. Richard, and I'll finish by his bed, hold on. Mr. Richard. He has hot sauce. There's also hot sauce. I know it's not good for him, but it's his kick right now. He'll get over it and probably stop doing that. Here you go. Here's your burgers.
All right, thank you. Are you done?
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about 5 minutes.
Okay, then you eat your lunch.
I know. It's probably just, but I have lunch. What was I going to say? Oh, so caffeine, it actually dulls your senses. So it makes you feel less tired and less hungry because it's actually just numbing your body in a sense. Like it's dulling down everything. So it's like, it's almost like you're like numb, so you don't feel things as much. So like, oh, I don't feel as hungry. I don't feel as, but what it's dulling down all your hormones. So like your insulin regulating hormone is important. And that, keeps your blood sugar from rising. So what happens when all those things get dulled down, like your insulin regulating one as an example, your blood sugar rises. Well, that's when you drink your coffee, you get your blood sugar rising, that's when you get that burst, you're like, woo, yay, I feel this energy, that's your blood sugar rising. But when your blood sugar rises, then your body counteracts that by producing insulin. So in order to not have caffeine, you cannot consume any of those things. You can't even have hot chocolate because a bunch of chocolate is caffeine too. Chocolate has caffeine. And when it's in that form of hot chocolate, you're getting quite a bit of caffeine because that's pretty concentrated chocolate. So people hate that because in the morning, even Gloria, that's everything. We finally let them have hot chocolate again. I totally streaked that. But we finally give them hot chocolate because those two, they just love to have something hot in the morning. But it's the lesser of the three evils, a ton of sugar. But still, honestly, the sugar is better than the amount of caffeine. For Annette, it's better to have sugar than caffeine. Caffeine, she goes berserk. Sugar is not the best, but it's better for than caffeine. So I'd rather have just a tiny bit with the. I didn't want to have any, but they really, really enjoy their hot chocolate. So I got them that the other day. I think I just ran out today, so I get more in the morning, or decide if I want to or not. I probably will, so I'm pretty happy. But
Did you hear? She says, or decide if I want to or not. I think Joy gets off on withholding food from them because she obviously gets off on withholding food from herself and Rich. I think she wants to control their eating for bigger reasons than even their diet. I think that's her addiction in a way, is keeping food from people because she loves keeping food from herself. I could be wrong. I don't know.
it's hard to make the decisions for their health, but also for their happiness or something. But all right, I'm gonna let Richard take over. I'm gonna give David. Caffeine, she goes berserk. Sugar is not the best, but it's better for than caffeine. So I'd rather have just a tiny bit with the. I didn't want to have any, but they really, really enjoy their hot chocolate. So I got them that the other day. I think I just ran out today, so I get more in the morning, or decide if I want to or not. I probably will, so I'm pretty happy. But it's hard to make the decisions for their health, but also for their happiness or something. But all right, I'm gonna let Richard take over. I'm gonna lay back down. I need to work tonight, but I want to sleep a little bit more because this medicine makes me tired, and then I'm gonna go out tonight to work. So because I'm feeling much better overall, in the sense of my strength is coming back. I really was drained, but I feel tired from the antibiotics. It's a different tired than I've been feeling. Different tired than I have been feeling, so it's better. Because I was drained where I literally felt oh my god, it's when you can't breathe, everything you do is more exhausting. And it was where I was really struggling to breathe, and now I'm feeling much better. So gonna do it to see if he's gonna talk to you guys over and jump off. Hey Casper. Do you want to talk to them or you can jump off? Okay. Alright, I'll bring you guys over. See Rich. Fun talking to y'all. Thank you for the donations, everybody. Who Dad and some other people.
Was that in
Yes.
Salty Dog?
Salty Dog. Maybe you guys hear him. Look at his mother. You got Kermit.
We got my office now.
You got Kurt Street and Nickel. Pretty snazzy.
Very snazzy.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Let me see. I talked to them. I'm gonna try something while you're here. Okay. Okay. Let me see.
I think she says I'll work tonight too, which I found weird.
Very snazzy.
But
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Let me see. I talked to them. I'm gonna try something while you're here. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Quit. Migrate it from the mobile device to my desktop. I can go from the desktop to the mobile device. But what I'd like to do is be able to, she was talking on the mobile, and then be able to take this stream right now, y'all here, and then we go over to the mobile device. And then why that's important? Because on the mobile device, then we can do conferencing and whatnot. I can do panels. I can do panels here too, but just not as easy. What are those pics down?
who is telling him that he needs to do all these panels, and who is giving him the idea that he should I just don't feel like him wanting to talk to more people is Rich's idea. Come here, buddy. I feel like someone else is in his ear telling him, oh, you could be a debate channel or something. And no, Rich, no, you can't.
The bottom of the screen. What does that mean? Pics down at the bottom of the screen. I don't know what that means. Okay, well, I don't know exactly. But let's see. So we're gonna try this now. Oh, so Gloria's getting ready right now. She's gonna go dancing tonight. So we have to take her to Rampart. Rich, do you with Joy to work on the computer? No, man. Do I look like somebody? I mean, I am just me. It's not like. I mean, you need to talk to Joy more about this. I don't feel comfortable because it's not really my place to talk because I don't know exactly how it's done. I mean, it's not something I partake in. It's not something that it's just not. So it is different, but I can't answer that because I just don't know. Okay, what I was going to try to do here is this though. Let's try this. Let's see if we can do this. See if we can move this over to here.
And then we play piano. I didn't think he said anything interesting at all. This sounds funny though.
Man. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for listening to me play the piano. Yeah, I'll play something off here pretty soon. I really had a good time. Thank you for allowing. I like a little. Thanks for listening to me play
He doesn't sign off pretty soon, so.
the piano. Yeah, I'll play something off here pretty soon. I really had a good time. Thank you for allowing. I like a little education in my banter. I know we all would. I don't know if she's gonna play anytime soon. Man, listen, you guys act like you guys say, get Joy off the camera, make Joy do this, get Melinda Sue to do this, get Randy to stop doing this. Dude, I have zero control over these women, including my wife. I mean, I certainly can't make Melinda Sue can kind of come up. Anybody can come up. You want the link? I'll give you the link right now. Anybody can come up right now. Let's do it. Let's make it fun.
That's right, Rich. You can't make me do anything.
I just gotta get the link. Dude, that would take fame over fortune. Oh hell yeah, man! What would I do with money? I mean, without people, you're nothing. Show me a country, any country in the world, any country, and there's gonna be people in it, right? Because without people, I mean, you're nothing. Quote just from it. But I agree with it. Would I consider myself famous? Absolutely. I consider myself famous starting the time about 6 years ago when someone came up to me and I didn't know who they were and they knew who I was. That I know it's not a lot. I'm not super famous, but I am famous enough to where someone knows who I am and I don't know who they are based upon the art I did. I mean, obviously, right. So, unfortunately, Meek, I'm not going. I have to stay here, take care of Annette and the bunny, but I'll be here with you guys. I mean, in fact, it's really great I have you guys. In the past, that's been something that's been very, what do you call it? Joy never. It's funny you always. Who was asking? Was it Sweet? Who was asking about if Joy was safe or Kathy? Was that you? You're asking. What? I know it's scary. It's this mystery thing. It's this underworld. But Joy also did shit in the military. I have no idea what she's talking about half the time. I mean, I'm not kidding. I mean, just like these interactions and these I mean, she's just been places that I haven't been. But to your point, you were asking, is she going to be okay? You know what she worries about? She worries about if I'm going to be okay by myself. Like if I'm going to be bored or alone. And in fact, that's one of the reasons why remember Cassie? One of the reasons why she was the one that brought Cassie. She went and met Cassie, got Cassie, and they became friends. And then she invited Cassie to live with us because she wanted me to have someone to hang out with while Joy was working. She didn't like the idea of me being alone.
So I'm thinking that is more how it went. I don't think they were dating that girl. God, I don't even care. But I think it was a different situation. And for them to now make fun of that girl about how she was a mother and the other problems she had, like, how did they like it? How do you like it, Rich, when we bring up all your problems all the time? You're a dick.
It speaks in those terms, so it's hard to describe like what Joy does. Very small town house with, I'm like a small town hall celebrity. In fact, that's one of the reasons why remember Cassie? One of the reasons why she was the one that brought Cassie. She went and met Cassie, got Cassie, and they became friends. And then she invited Cassie to live with us because she wanted me to have someone to hang out with while Joy was working. She didn't like the idea of me being alone. She just thinks in those terms, so it's hard to describe like what Joy does. Very small town house with, I'm like a small town hall celebrity. Yeah, if we were local, but yeah, Kathy, I mean, this isn't. I hear your intrigue, I hear your concern, and it sounds scary because the unknown is always scary. But you can rest assured that Joy's been doing this for 12 years. Vegas is our hometown. She knows these casinos. She knows everybody. She it's like it is different out there. You know, casinos are very different. You know what I mean? It's very different than what you see in movies or on the streets. It's like casinos is like it's just different. It's just hard to describe. I don't feel scared at all. In fact, I mean, she's always like, hey, you want to come with me? I was like, yeah, let's go to the casino. You know, it's like, I mean, and you see her, she's always like, you know, she's a little stressed and anxious because she's concentrating. But aside from that, I can't see.
Concentrating on what? That was weird to me. Like, what are you concentrating on? And also, you're saying that Joy's never ever scared, and she's meeting sometimes strangers, sometimes clients she's been with before. But you guys need to tell the truth on what bad things can happen, do happen, instead of acting like Joy is the best at this job. It's not right. You're pushing prostitution on your channel, and how is that allowed?
Bored, feel like you'd hop online. I know. But without the computer, would I be bored? That's the real question. What would happen? What would I do without a computer? I know. You know what I did? Because I had to go to jail for 21 days one time. Yeah, I did. Believe it or not, me? Yeah, in jail. I was so scared I thought I'd hate it because like Kathy was like, it was the unknown. But I gotta tell you, one day into it, I realized no one can call me because I was a CEO at the time, meaning my phone rang constantly, and people came up and constantly like everything they did, they had to make a decision for them. And then if it's like you told them the wrong thing to do, then they come like, oh, you told me the wrong thing. It's like, well, dude, use your own brain for a second. I mean, shit, man. It's like they think I have all the answers. I don't know. It's like, tell me what's going on. I have to do that. Oh, that didn't work. Well, you didn't tell me this other shit. You know. So anyways, point is that it was the most relaxing 3 weeks I ever had. And was I bored? No, I wasn't bored. You know what I did? I grabbed these things right here, and we made and what we could do was you take toothpaste, and it's like, I don't know. You guys ever do stuff like arts and crafts? Okay. Anyways, you get toothpaste. I'm doing it real fast, but you can do it. This is a pawn. Pawns are easy to make. There's this other dude who's really good at making milk. He literally was. I think he did the origami stuff because he could make a goddamn. Excuse me. He could make a knight, a horse. The horse. He could make the castle. He could make the bishop. And of course, he did the king, queen. I was good at making these. But anyways, we made these together, and then we made ourselves a chessboard, and we just played chess every day, all day long. And then we started. And of course, you know me. We started betting on it. What did we bet? I bet my honey buns because you get the commissary stuff. CEO of what? CEO of a True Value hardware store, man. Yeah, not a big corporation. It was like $1 million a year. My parents. It was an S corp. My dad was a CFO of a real corporation, like a big one. In fact, one of the largest corporations in America, restaurant corporations in America. And he was the CFO of that. So when he set this up, it was set up as an S corp, and he was doing about $1 million a year. And then when he got sick, I started running it, and I tripled sales. I grew to $3 million. And when I did that, he's like, you know what? I want to make it the CEO. Which you might not sound like much when your dad makes it the CEO, but it is registered in Clackamas County that I was the chief executive officer. I was an officer of that organization. And I don't know, there's just something like that as a public document that will be there as long as they have public documents. That you'll look up that organization, you'll see my name listed as CEO. I know, not much, but whatever.
And then you drove it into the ground, sold it, and lost all the money on drugs, right? That's what happened?
But I gotta tell you, one day into it, I realized no one can call me. Because I was a CEO at the time, meaning my phone rang constantly and real fast. But you can do it. This is a pawn. Pawns are easy to make. There's this other dude who's really good at making milk. In fact, one of the largest corporations in America, restaurant corporations in America. And he was the CFO of that. So when he set this up, it was set up as an S corp, and he was doing about $1 million a year. And then when he got sick, I started running it, and I tripled sales. I grew to $3 million. And when I did that, he's like, you know what? I want to make it the CEO. Which you might not sound like much when your dad makes it the CEO, but it is registered in Clackamas County that I was the chief executive officer. I was an officer of that organization. And I don't know, there's just something like that as a public document that will be there as long as they have public documents. That you'll look up that organization, you'll see my name listed as CEO. I know, not much, but whatever. Honey buns are always a hit. I know. I love those things. I love those. My point is, I think, Hannah, you said you couldn't see me bored. Right. My biggest fear was being homeless. But before being homeless, my other fear was having to go to jail. Like, that'd be terrible being going to jail, you know? But then I realized, like, hey, well, I've never really had, like, a community. Never had, like, a bunch of brothers hanging around. Never had, like, you know what I mean? And suddenly, we're all, like, bonded. And making matters even worse for them. Like, when you're trying to punish someone, you don't want them to have a good time, right? Makes it matter worse for them. Literally, who walks in, dude, like 2 days into this thing, he wasn't a good friend, but he was my drug dealer. And I was like, wow, I'm great to see you here. And he's like, no way, what are you doing here? I was like, I got a DUI. In fact, the shit you sold me. He's like, oh, sorry about that, man. It's like, yeah. It's like, well, why are you here? I thought it'd be something for like what he did, but he's like, oh, yeah. Well, I'm on probation, you know. That's like, yeah. And I got drunk. I was hanging out with these girls, and I started peeing on a wall. On I think it was Yam Hill, which I don't know if you guys know Portland, Oregon, but Yam Hill is like where Nordstrom's is. I was peeing on a wall. It's like a cop drove by, saw me peeing, and came over and gave me a ticket. Of course, I'm on probation, and well, here I am. I was like, dude, you kidding me right now? All the shit you do, and you're in jail for peeing. you could have avoided that. You could have totally avoided going to jail. I just thought it was the funniest thing. Anyways, so we had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. We talked about the good old days. I bet that goes right up on Reddit. Oh yeah, absolutely. Put them up here, man. I mean, it's like, dude.
I don't think it was that interesting, but I mean, it needs to be out there that when he denies his past, his criminal past, his drug use, all that stuff, like every time he like gets on one and denies that, you did, Rich. You did. And you aren't sober now. There's no way you're sober now. And I think he claims like 12 or 20 years or something outrageous. For his sobriety.
I mean, it's like they're trying to clip it so it wasn't funny or entertaining, Salty Dog, but I find it all entertaining. In fact, I've got an assignment for a couple of the trolls that do the editing. I got one for Dark Uncle, and I Am Christy, and also, who else? Ava. I think they would do this. I don't know if Melinda Sue can handle it. Yeah, it's okay, Melinda Sue too. You guys can all do it. I got a good hack job for you. It's a good one. Kathy, I missed your question. Do you think you do that again? How much money would it cost you to start something like that? I can't do stuff, and I learned a shitload. Time load. Great question. Why does Melinda Sue put up so many negative videos about you? Well, you'd have to ask Melinda Sue that. We asked her to come on the show the other day to talk about it, and honestly, you know that she was in love with us. Like she was a bigger fan than you. You're not even. I didn't consider you a fan. Melinda Sue was here like every single day, all night. She was flirting with everybody. She was a huge part. She just loved us. Just loved it. And then what happened was that there was this like with every channel that blows up, there's kind of like this spin off, like, oh, they're not so cool. They're lame. He's got a deal.
No, that is not what happened at all. One night, which this is on other videos of mine. No, I called you to try to help you with the Discord that I thought was going out of control. But no, it was a big scam. It was to start drama. And when I called him, he got pissed off that wasn't giving into the drama, and he chewed my ass up and down. And even when he knew I was upset and I was apologizing, he chewed me out even harder. And then at the very end, he decided to tell me how pretty I am, how cute I sound, this, and this. And I thought about it, and I was like, does Joy know he's doing that to girls? Hell yeah, she does. She probably helps him manipulate other women. Just my thought.
All night. She was flirting with everybody. She was a huge part. She just
flirt.
loved us. She just loved it. And then what happened was that there was this like with every channel that blows up, there's kind of like this spin off, like, oh, they're not so cool. They're lame. He's got a DUI. He's got a criminal record. The DUI. And they start bringing up the stuff. And then, well, she just found out that if she put stuff up about me, that her channel, which she has had for 5 years, which had like 20 subscribers, when she put.
One more thing I wanted to say about why he's saying that I did this all for views or whatever. No, I started putting clips up of you that you were taking down or putting behind a paywall. That's why I started it, because that's not right. And you were trying to lie and gaslight everyone with it. So I was like, nope, this is actually what he put up. Because you are a liar.
All night. She was flirting with everybody. She was a huge part. She just loved us. Just loved it. And then what happened was that there was this like with every channel that blows up, there's kind of like this spin off, like, oh, they're not so cool. They're lame. He's got a DUI. He's got a criminal record. The DUI.
I never said that.
And they start bringing up the stuff, and then
I didn't care.
Well, she just found out that if she put stuff up about me, that her channel, which she has had for 5 years, which had like 20 subscribers, when she put shit up about me, she got like views. She got like 1,000 views and about 100 subscribers right off the bat. And so that's what started off. So, but the problem was that she had to keep coming up with more and more negative stuff. So she had to keep making shit up. And as she made the stuff up, it was getting, like, some of the stuff was so bad that it caused the cops to come over. And it was totally false. It was all made up by Melinda and her channel. And they made it up just for the sake of views, just to get her some popularity. And that's the sort of thing that when I was kind of like, okay, Melinda, look, it's fine and fun. And there's different ways you can grow your channel. I know you want to get views, but what you're doing is you're stifling my growth, okay, and my channel's growth, which ultimately will stifle your own channel's growth. Because if you keep going down the road you're going of bashing me and smearing me, make everybody not like me, in hopes that they're going to like you, once they don't like me, they're not going to have any need for you anymore. Because what are you going to talk about?
I don't care.
I mean, but you have 100 videos of just me, and that's it. I'm not just talking to Melinda. I'm talking to all the ones that are focused on me, that are still hating and trying to bring me down. Because if your goal is to bring your own channel down and to lose content for yourself, then keep going. But why would you do that? Why would you spend so much time getting your channel monetized just to have it kind of fizzle? Because if we go away, your channel goes away. Yeah, you might think people will come in there and love money, blah, blah, blah. But dude, 100 views ain't going to pay you squadly dick. But 200,000 subscribers, plus your energy, plus 25 channels talking shit about us. Look, it's a big ocean out there on YouTube. There's only so many viewers. We're all fighting for views. Instead of us cannibalizing ourselves and eating our own viewership, because it's the same 500 people that bounce back and forth, and eventually they're going to get tired of us talking shit about us. Instead of making it bad, make it good, and we all blow up together. Because what you're doing right now is you're trying to bring me down. As you bring me down, yeah, you'll get a few stragglers that way, but like someone was saying, hate is short-lived. It won't sustain a long-term channel. Because as soon as we're gone, you'll like do this and then it'll be boring. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't hate you, Rich. I don't hate you at all. I did give a shit about you and your family at one point, but you're not lying and hurting other people. I'm not just gonna stop because you want me to. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like you're bring me down. As you bring me down, yeah, you'll get a few stragglers that way, but like someone was saying, hate is short-lived. It won't sustain a long-term channel. Because as soon as we're gone, you'll like do this and then it'll be boring. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's like your energy right now is focused on hate of us, but it's like that's gonna run out. It's gonna run out because if we die, for example. However, if we grow, if we nurture, if we plant, if we want to construct, if we want to build something, it takes time. And it takes a lot of planning. It took me 8 years, Melinda. You got 500 subscribers in like 2 weeks because of me. That took me years to do that. So I think it's great you're doing it. But if you want to get to 5,000, let's talk about it. You want to get to 10,000, let's talk about it. But you got some skills. Dark Uncle's got skills. You guys, I mean, unless you just don't give a shit and all you want to do is just come on here and talk to a few people and just have a channel that just fizzles away, great, then keep doing that. But or we can do something different. It's really up to you guys.
I'm on it.
But at the end of the day, man, I gotta eat my dinner, and then it's 5 o'clock here, and Gloria wants to go to the casino at 7 o'clock, maybe a little early, but probably around 7. So I gotta get going here. Just part of the game, dude. You're feeding it, and then it's 5 o'clock here, and Gloria wants to go to the casino at 7 o'clock, maybe a little early, but probably around 7. So I gotta get going here. Just part of the game, dude. You're feeding it. Do you like to feed it? Probably. Melinda was hurt by her father, so she hurt Rich because Rich hurt her in the same way I probably did. I probably hurt her the same way her dad hurt her. So it's like, in other words, there's areas for growth here. There's areas for positivity, Hey, Russ B, there you are. What's up, man? Good to see you. How's your Friday? What's going on? We doing anything fun? Well, I won't say anything mean to her, but if she just wants to come in and accuse me of a bunch of stuff and smear me, what's the point of that? What would be the point of, because that's all she does. She just makes stuff up and lies about me for views. But Roses, what would be the point of having a person come in just like I want to bring it in and be like, hey man, you know what? Look, whatever your problem is, let's get over it. Because but she doesn't want that because she thinks that her only content is bashing me, and her drive is so strong. I mean, it's like Dark Uncle says, it is psychological. There's something else besides her hate. Her hate for me is it's not about me.
So I'll replay a little bit more of that. But so the last time I made a video, he really wanted me on. He wanted me on so much, and he was trying to make fun of me and bait me on up there to be on panel with him. But now I would just ruin it. Like, what are you talking about, Rich? You change. I guess people's minds change or whatever. But what are you talking about? That wasn't what you said last. Now that I said I won't do it, now you changed your mind. You don't want that. Okay. Control freak.
What would be the point of, because that's all she does. She just makes stuff up and lies about me for views. But Roses, what would be the point of having a person come in just like I want to bring it in and be like, hey man, you know what? Look, whatever your problem is, let's get over it. Because but she doesn't want that because she thinks that her only content is bashing me. And her drive is so strong. I mean, it's like Dark Uncle says, it is psychological. There's something else besides her hate. Her hate for me is it's not about me. It's something else. There's some other energy there because no one makes 100 videos about me. No one, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy to do that. I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying there's something else going on there. But I'd like to see her turn it around and make it more positive. And I'm willing to do that. I mean, I know we banter, but that's to get their attention. You understand that, right? Throwing pancakes in someone's face gets their attention. Yelling at someone, saying something that really gets their goat, that gets their attention. If you're just kind of like passing along, man, look, we are con artists. All of us are con artists, especially with our own addictions and the way we want to be. We con ourselves, we will con you. So what I do is I jerk your chain a little bit and be like, whoa, I'm not buying your shit, I'm not buying your con, and I believe in anything that you say. And that, that kind of shocks them. And you think it's mean, but it's like the military breaking someone down. We're not dealing with 18-year-olds. We're dealing with 35-year-olds, 25-year-olds, people that have really established these things but are locked into it. So yeah, it's not an attack to be mean, but it's like, look, wake up. If I was physically there, I mean, not that I would, but it's like the equivalent of shaking by the shoulders, like, dude, are you 25 years old, man? Wake up. It's like, look, man, I'm 56. I'm surprised I made it this long. My dad didn't make it 10 years longer than me. So please, listen to what I'm saying. It's like, I've got 10 years left, maybe. My grandmother had 9 years past me. I'm on that same lineage, and I'm not particularly any healthier than them. I just eat beef. So, as you guys know, so I'm saying, like, I could give a shit about the fight or whatever Melissa's issue is with me. I'm more concerned about what kind of person she ends up being and what kind of person that she ends up being with. And not just her, but all of you. And Melinda Sue is one because, well, she's another creator. And other creators, I get to know more than other people that I don't get to see how they are. But I really want the best for her long term. And that's from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you guys can help me get that through to her head. And she can keep talking all the shit she wants. What I'm saying is that it's like this sort of like, whatever. Or she could just be a drunk. I don't know. Rich, you get on between 2 a.m. and 12 p.m. and I'll hop on with you. All right, boo-boo, you got it, man. Compassion is a savior. Hi, Purple Spy. Nice to see you. But a lot of people were saying the same thing and they agree with her. Well, that's great. They can. Yeah. I don't care who people agree with. I think Hannah Banana Montana was in here, and she was saying something like, hey man, all these people will agree with each other to hate you. Like 10 people will call you a fool. Well, just because 10 people agree doesn't make them right.
10. It's more than 10.
Rich, don't waste your energy on people like this. I know. It's just, yeah, I kind of tend to have a, they don't have anything going on is the only reason. I feel bad for Linda Sue. I feel bad for Jared. I mean, okay, two things. One, I was kind of kidding with the drugs, but they drink. They're alcohol. They won't call themselves alcoholic, but they drink alcoholically. How's that? And so that's kind of why they come in kind of belligerent and kind of over and over and over again. And that's probably why we'll never get to a place where we can have
typing
a civil
belligerently.
Because alcohol is the great divider.
Sure.
Hannah Banana, what? She says she's trying to help other people.
The way he has smeared and talked bad about other people's addictions and what they've hurt at in life and made fun of their parents and made fun of their weight and everything else, he is so mad that he doesn't know anything about me, about my family, or about my addictions if I have them. He knows nothing. He definitely not. I've never told him I drank in my life. He's making that one up. He has a beef addiction. At least he knows it's unhealthy. He admitted it right there. That makes me happy.
Get prevented from scams and pressures. What scams are we doing exactly? What scam? We've never scammed anybody. So that would be a lie. But she lied. Rich will scream, holler, and take it out on us no matter what we say to him. So which one is it?
Come here, Chief.
Right. So if I'm trying to scam people, why would I be telling everybody to go fuck off? I mean, it doesn't make any sense for me to tell everybody that you're all a bunch of assholes, losers, blah 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 blah. If my idea is to scam me out of money. That's a pretty good point, Dark. See, they make up these things. They have this. Like, she's trying to paint this picture of this monster. Like Dark Uncle pointed out, psychologically, her dad is probably very dishonest. I have a feeling her dad probably cheated on her mom or did something of those sorts. Because look at her, I mean, she clearly does not seem happy. Does not seem like a happy person. And honestly, I mean, she's young. She should be happy.
My parents are fine, by the way.
Lots of people over time can't maintain anything. So yeah, it's funny because I've always had long-term relationships. Yet Melinda is completely single.
I am?
Right. See, so Melinda's projecting her own stuff onto us.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Are you talking about some young girl's debt? I wouldn't call her a young girl. I think she's 25 years old. That's a woman, Hannah. That's not a girl. In fact, that's calling a 25-year-old woman a little girl or a young girl is condescending. She's an adult.
Who said I'm
And so when you
25?
deal with an adult woman, you talk to them as a person. You don't call them a little girl, Hannah. That's rude.
Hannah.
It's condescending. And I'm gonna put on borderline misogynistic, which sounds like you kind of are a little bit.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah. So just kind of watch it. Yeah, I mean, 25-year-old is a woman, not a little girl. She's an adult. And by the way, the smartest people out there are under 25 years old, 100%. After 25, you're already locked in your ideas, and now you're going with ideas what you learned in 1990 or 2010 or 2015 or 2024. But 10 years from now, you're dumb to the 25-year-olds that are learning new shit and are open to new ideas. That's why I talk to them.
I believe that.
And that's why they talk to me. Because I understand that they're smarter than you. You want to say that you're older, so you're smarter than them. No! We're older, we're dumb, man. All we know is the shit we learned in 1990. That's useless today. And if Melinda is not willing to come on the panel, what is her... I don't care if she comes on or not. Like you said, I don't really care about what Melinda does as far as whether she comes on or not. She keeps talking about us. So that draws my attention. I can see that she is a very unhappy person, and she continues that road.
So unhappy.
She's not gonna, it's not going to be a fun life for her. I mean, she should try to do something different. But I don't give a shit. We're wise, not smart.
Sure.
Is the link working? Hey, Timmy, I think so. Did you try it? Can you click it from there, bro?
I find this funny, that he didn't want Timmy on there now. He didn't really want to talk about it. He wanted to get off there. He wanted to end the stream. Which, you wanted everybody on panel? Rich, did you figure something out? What'd you figure out? Figure out you were the joke?
I don't even talk to my 18-year-old as a child. Don't put me on the naughty list, dude. You're not a naughty list. I was just waking you up. Hey, listen, Tejo, Trish just went live. I've got to go. I've got to go check him out real quick. You guys should check him out too. Katie, thank you for turning me on and all that. This has been a great day, you guys. I love it. Abs, good night. I just want to say a quick goodbye before I head out. I want to go say hi to Tejo and Trish. It's probably no end to it, so I'll be willing to drag it out as far as people will let them. Yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. I mean, but I'd imagine, or just you little night, everyone. Can't watch everyone like Melinda will. Yeah. Yeah, we will have a lovely night. Thank you. And thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for listening to my jail stories. They're almost as good as Joy's military stories. That's what I told her. I said, man, your military stories sound a lot like my jail stories. A lot of waiting around, trying to figure out shit to do. The camaraderie. Sorry, I've been confusing. Oh, my bad, Rich. Oh, it's all good. I had a great time chatting with you guys. I had a great time catching up. It's always good to see my friends. Thank you all. Hello, everyone. Hi, Felicia. We're just winding it down now. We'll come back on a little later tonight, though. Melinda says she's hurt, but then she does not feel hurt by comments. She's only hurt by herself, where she wants, when she wants what she wants, but something else is by her. Hey, Brooke Ann, how are you? Crickets maybe later. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that we need to have, I think Melinda and I need to have a sit down and unless she just absolutely just wants to
No.
continue down that road, whatever. Yeah, I'll enjoy my food. Crickets. Tonight's topic. Good night, Rich and Chad. Good night, Jerry Lynn. Good night, everybody. Good night, Hannah Banana. Good night, good night, good night.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about, before I end it, I wanted to talk about why do you think they're not living as much in the evening? Because Joy's working her butt off probably, and she's sick. I don't know. I don't think she should be working as much, but it's none of my business, not my body. When you see me scroll back up, I took a nap while I was recording, and I look over and I see my name a bunch of times. I'm like, what the hell? But I think it's funny that they really do want me up there on that panel with Rich, and it's not going to happen. And what do you think about him not wanting Timmy up there anymore? I wonder what happened. But that's it for today. I'm going to go, and thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you again for watching. Fantastic.